The town of Hollowridge had always been shrouded in whispers. Nestled between dense, dark woods and rolling hills, it was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, and secrets were buried deep beneath layers of small-town civility. But recently, a new chill had settled over the town, an unsettling presence that no one dared to name aloud. 17-year-old Emma Carr had lived in Hollowridge her whole life. She was quiet, observant, and often wondered about the stories her grandmother used to tell her about the vampires that lurked in the shadows long ago. But like most of her friends, she dismissed those tales as mere folklore. Until tonight. It was a crisp autumn evening, the sky a tapestry of orange and purple fading into a velvety black. Emma was walking home from Sarah's house, her backpack slung lazily over one shoulder, when she noticed something strange. The streetlights flickered and dimmed as she passed beneath them, casting elongated shadows that danced unnaturally. A gust of wind carried a faint, metallic scent, a strange aroma that prickled at her senses. As she hurried along, Emma's gaze was drawn toward the old mill on the outskirts of town. It had been abandoned for decades, its broken windows like empty eye sockets, its rotting wood leaning dangerously. But tonight, she saw a flicker of movement inside, a figure tall and gaunt, with pale skin that seemed to shimmer in the scant moonlight. Emma froze. Her heart pounded in her chest, her breath shallow. She thought she must be imagining it, or maybe just seeing things in the dark. Still, something about the figure called to her, compelling her to approach. She took a hesitant step forward, then another. The figure turned, revealing eyes that gleamed with an unholy crimson hue. Vampires. The stories she had dismissed suddenly felt terrifyingly close to reality. "Who are you?" Emma called out, her voice trembling. The figure's lips curled into a sinister smile. "Curiosity can be dangerous, little one," it whispered, voice like silk but dangerous as a blade. Emma's instincts screamed to run, but her body was rooted to the spot. She noticed sharp fangs glinting as the creature's smile widened. How many stories had her grandmother told her about the vampires waiting in the shadows, preying on the unsuspecting? Suddenly, the creature lunged, but Emma darted backwards, her foot catching on a loose stone. She stumbled, falling to the ground. In that moment, she saw the creature's intent, claws reaching, fangs bared for the kill. But then, a flash of movement, her friend Jake, who had followed her out, appeared armed with a silver cross and a wooden stake he had brought just in case. He shouted, "Get back! Stay away!" The vampire hesitated, its crimson eyes flickering with anger and hunger. Stepping back in a calculated pause, it hissed, "This isn't over, Emma." Before it could strike again, Jake thrust the stake forward, piercing the creature's heart. It let out a deafening scream that echoed through the night before disintegrating into ash, like dust blown away by the wind. The immediate danger was gone, but Emma felt a strange coldness seeping into her bones, an unsettling reminder that this was only the beginning. The vampire had been real, and there could be more lurking, waiting for the right moment to strike again. In the days that followed, rumors spread through Hollowridge about the strange event at the old mill. Emma kept her secret, knowing the truth was dangerous, too powerful for most to understand. Still, her mind replayed the encounter, haunted by the crimson eyes and the chilling realization that the creatures her grandmother had whispered about were not just myth, they were alive and hunting. That night, as Emma lay in bed, she sensed a lingering presence watching her from the shadows beyond her window. A slow, almost imperceptible whisper filled her mind, "This isn't over." Emma clenched her fists, feeling the cold touch of dread tighten around her heart. Somehow, she knew her fight with the vampires was only just beginning, and her life would never be the same again. Because in Hollowridge, darkness always waited just beneath the surface, ready to rise when least expected. And sometimes, the monsters weren't distant legends, they were right here, in their town, hiding in plain sight, waiting patiently for their next chance to strike.